forever.
Yeah.
Like drugs were the first thing we ever discovered.
So there's big pharma, which is chemical engineering, more chemistry, and then chemical engineering blows it up and makes it like a running plant.
Right.
So you can run and mass produce all this stuff.
Right.
So that's really interesting. And that's like what I'm most interested in. Biomedical engineering, I think, is more towards like creating hearts.
Oh, okay. Like the
stuff.
stem cell stuff.
Yeah.
For the heart replacement stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I think so.
Okay. Like the term, his heart is a potato, as in they quite literally made a new heart out of a potato.
Yep.
Okay. Are you at all interested in that?
I think it's really interesting.
Okay.
But
I remember Bill Gates was working on something kind of similar.
Really?
About, well, it wasn't necessarily about creating a new part. It was about taking something out. So it was related to stem cells. And Bill Gates was a big investor in this. They were trying to find a way to take the malaria strain out of mosquitoes.
Oh,
and pretty much
this.
replace the mosquito population with new ones that don't have malaria.
Yeah.
And it would all but wipe out malaria in one generation of mosquito, a couple generations of mosquito, because mosquitoes only live for a couple of weeks at max or something like that. So it would take a year to replace all mosquitoes and get rid of malaria. Now that's like far off, kind of, if you know. But at the same time, it's a part of that field that's, as you said, it's kind of growing.
So that's what a class that I really want to take my senior year is. Okay. It's called genetic engineering.
Ooh. Okay.
Really cool.
Yeah. That's a really cool field.
But it's part of the chemical engineering department, which I think is really kind of interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. I mean,
so cool.
That also falls into cloning. Is part of genetic engineering.
Yeah.
That was another thing I was talking to somebody about. Might have been a part of a debate, actually. I was debating somebody about this. But cloning, it was about, that's what it was. It was about how ethical it is to clone a person, pretty much.
Okay.
And obviously it's all theoretical at this point, but they use different examples, like this malaria gene.
Well, can't they clone, like, what is it, goats or something like that?
They can clone goats or sheep. I think sheep.
Sorry, sheep, yeah, you're right.
They have cloned a sheep before, I think is what it was. And that was a huge deal. And it still is a huge deal. And most people don't know about that, actually. It's funny that it's a sheep, isn't it? But they were saying like the malaria thing, being able to already clone a sheep, and then also the ideal part of cloning a person isn't necessarily making an exact replica. It's making a replica that takes out bad genes. Like it takes out the cancer gene. It takes out the.
I feel like that would cause a lot more issues than it would
cause
solutions.
A lot of issues. I actually kind of disagree with that because the main thing was that pharmacists want to be able to do it to take out genes like Down syndrome genes, to take out genes that could potentially render someone paralyzed at some point in the future, stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Pretty much just stuff that will make it so
life is better.
Life is just a life improvement type.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
And that was a great idea, but you're right. It's super like ethically questionable.
Yeah.
Because you're fixing, so like they use the term fixing somebody. You're not really, it's a touchy subject.
Fixing isn't the right word.
It's not the right word for it. Like you're doing something.
You're changing something that someone is like
grow up with,
to change, or would grow up with, and would prefer not to have.
But at the same time, you can't ask someone because they're not alive yet. You're doing this before they're born.
Yep.
So, it was a super ethically questionable debate that we had. But it was a really good one because it brought up a bunch of cool examples. Like that malaria thing, that was amazing.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Crazy.
That was awesome. And I'm sure that's applicable in other places too. Like ticks.
Oh, definitely.
Fucking get rid of ticks.
Lyme
God,
disease.
Please. Oh, it's terrible. Dude,
what do ticks even add to the environment?
Literally nothing.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
Ticks are, but they'll find a different food. All right. No, but like Lyme disease. I mean, it is also super interesting because it affects everybody so differently.
Yeah.
Most people it just makes tired for a little while. Some people it affects long term, like years, and then other people it can leave like almost paralyzed.
That's nuts.
It's nuts, right? I mean, we have a friend
Who just got it?
Well, who just got it? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fucking. I walked into his room the other day. I like turn on the lights, open the shades. Dude, get up! It's 3 p.m. He was like, "I'm tired," and I was like, "Okay." Get a text. Get a
Understandable.
text 3 hours later. I have Lyme disease. I just found out, and I was like, "Damn, my bad."
Ooh.
Oh,
I've, knock on wood, never had it.
me neither.
But like, I guess you could have it and never know.
No, you could. Like
Right.
some people, it just doesn't have any real effect, or some people it does have an effect, but they just don't think.
You know, that's kind of
Check it
like
out.
that. You'll like. I know in high school I never really like came across it, but mono.
5 minutes. Oh yeah. All right.
Wow.
We got 55 minutes down.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, crazy. Yo, right,
Yeah.
you're right.
But mono is like big
Crippling.
in college.
Oh, in college it's big.
Yeah. Well, you know, understandably
I
so.
get